Alrighty then. Here we go. There we go. So we got a whole bunch of new stuff for today. We've got new gear, new weapons. We've got a new, somewhat freaky world stone change, right? And of course, my favorite change of all came out in the newest loot crate. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to have to go through this. Every time I switch games between E and F, right, if you know what I mean, if you feel my pain, there are some games where you use E for an action key and some where you use F. So I will be launching my deviation for at least the first 30 minutes of play because I keep hitting E. Here she goes. Here she goes. Ding, ding, ding. And... oh no. Oh no. Mr. Wish is freaking out. There you go. Something screwed up. Oh no. There you go. Fire. Just pure fire. Pure fire. This itself was worth the entire update. There's also another animation. I wonder if I can get it to go. Because the rainbow one makes everything go good. There it goes. The 3 rainbows. Woo! Confetti and fireworks. And Mr. Wish is incredibly happy. Play with the Wish machine. You need to go over to the shop. Somewhere, right? Other. No, it's under events. That's where it is. Events, Astral Duelets. You know, remember the Astral Duelets that neglected? That's all you get. That's the new Wish machine for those of you who are on the edge of your seats, wondering what. Oh no! Oh no! Again. Mr. Wish is having a fit. Oh, there you go. Falling out. But the real purpose of today's stream is to check out the new gear, how to get the actual gear. But again, if you just go into I in your inventory, go to blueprints. The way you get blueprints now is you buy them. So here is that new compound bow, the Burden of Betrayal, which always triggers bounce. And as those of you who have been with me for a while know, I am a bounce maniac. So I love my bounce, and I want to buy this this bow. I don't understand why I'm having so much trouble with my microphone these days. It's just it is a plot. It's a plot. It says obtained by. I'm like off the edge of the screen here. Let me readjust this thing a little bit so I can still see. There you go. Obtained by spending Star Crown. The unlock cost is 8,000. So let's F. There we go. Now it's unlocked. So the new bow is unlocked. Here it is. Bounce attacks always trigger bounce. Bounce targets +2. Number of bounces +1. An additional +1 at full charge. Reload efficiency 100%. When a hit or bounce hit lands, applies 1 stack of echo to the target. Echo max 4 stacks. Display a highlighted visual effect when it max stacks, lasting 15 seconds. At full charge, bounce damage +20% and crit rate +20%. When a bounce hit lands, deal additional bounce weapon damage equal to the echo stack, so times 80%. Cooldown per target 1 second. After triggering, removes all echo stacks from the target. If there are no enemies to bounce after a hit, number of bounces +2. So if I can't bounce into something, it'll just keep bouncing, because that makes sense. Or like I said in the video before, physics. Now, there you go. My 555 collection level. Woo, woo, woo. Yay. So good. So satisfying. All right, the other thing we're going to do here is we're going to spend some star crumbs to get this up to 6 stars. How about that? Do I have enough star crumbs to mess with this? 6,000? 9,000? 12,000? No, just came up short. So I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to do a blueprint conversion. I'm going to switch my jaws over to that one there. And there you go. Probably should have done that to start with. You know, save the money. Save the crumbs. Save the star crumbs. But what else are they good for, right? Brought my item level up 6. There you go. And it gave me some more stuff. Freebies. 1,500 more star crumbs. All right, so let's see how this sucker works. Let me go over here to the crafting bench and find out. Oops. There you go. Just launched that. Just launched that happy. Deviation because I'm switching from a game that uses E for action and F for action. So here we go. F, craft and repair on this. Yeah, just beat the bench. Beat it. Beat it up. Beat the bench. Get over here to the bow and make sure I have all the materials to craft a tier 5. And it wants me to add a calibration blueprint. Ooh, a bow blueprint. Do I have any bow mod BPs? Let's see. Oops, F. So bounce is not. Oop, that's animals. F. Nope, that's animals. Let's go one more. Nope, that's animals. Mod BPs. How appropriate. It was even labeled. Nope, I do not have any. I don't have any bow mod BPs. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch out to my bank character. What used to be my main. And as I jump over there, I'm going to look into Dismanibus, this one, Bruval, Eternaland. And this is something I do pretty commonly, is I will jump into this character and transfer things through the gear crate, you know, the shared Eternaland gear crate, so I have the right gimmicks and gizmos. So, all right, so these are all the mod blueprints I've accumulated over the years. There you go, and they're split up by. Okay, so those are pistols. These are shotguns, which means that the bows are right here. Is that right? F. Nope. Next one. Next one. I'm running out of options here. There they are. So let's see. Portable style. Oh, that one looks pretty good. Mobility, movement speed while aiming plus 50%. Yeah, we'll see what it turns out to be, right? So let me just grab crit rate, crit damage. I'll just grab a bunch of these. And we'll take them over and put them in the disassembly bench to get new ones. So I wonder if I could do that here. Can I do that here? I think it'll cost me money to bring it in if I do it here. So I'm gonna G for the sake of today. And of course my shared is not loading. Nice. G. There we go. Yes. Don't judge. Don't judge. My Eternaland is definitely a bit of a freak show, for sure. Okay, wrench. Down to the bottom. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And now exit and relog. And back to that one. Right into Eternaland. Well, hey there. Welcome to Eternaland. Oh, there we go. Bit of a lag to load there. And now I go into here, the account depot, and it's not loaded yet, so give it a second. Gee, there she is. All right, so we're going to go here. Let's load by rarity. Consumables, is that right? Is that what those are? No. Special? Special? Confirm? Nope, I guess it's not special. Tools? There they are. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring them over here. And then I'm going to go over here and inherit. And cost 0 points to bring it in. And now they are in world. So I'm going to get out of Eternaland. Now, I don't know if I'm ready to bust up my build as far as my gear goes, but there is new gear as well. So I guess we probably should take a peek at that when we get done with that. But let me go over here and finish what I'm doing. This is this assembly bench. I'll just stand on top of it because that's what I do. And then if I look in here down the bottom, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're giving me 5 new calibration blueprints. Great. So now when we go over to the bench, we can take a look and see what goodies that gave us. Oh my gosh. Launching the deviation yet again. So I want to make the new bow. And let's take a look at what we have here. This is a mobility crit rate, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, and a crit rate, crit damage. So they all have a 45% boost on crit damage. And this is a... Oh, that's not what I want. Wow, that's interesting. So what it says over here and what it says on the actual unit are different. So this is a straight weapon damage portable plus 61%. Is that what that says? No, that's not what it's doing. It's giving me extra. It's giving me extra weak spot damage, but I don't want that. Ugh. F. Oh, sorry. F. Gonna build a bow. Go here. Alright, so that has weak spot. This has weak spot and elemental. This has weapon damage and weak spot damage. This has weapon damage and crit rate. That's the winner so far. And this one is weapon damage and crit rate. So I got a 39, 14.6. I've got a 40, 14.3. I'm going to go, whoops, shoot. Let's take a look again. So this gives me weapon damage plus 35%. This one gives me weapon damage plus 48%. That's kind of a no-brainer. So let's crank that up. All right, so I'm going to go into my gear here, and I'm going to lose the Brahmini, and I'm gonna put in the bow, and I haven't used a bow in so. You know what? Let me switch it. Let me switch those around. Let me get rid of this. Is it you? You unequip? Yeah. Alright. Let me go over to the primary weapon. And in here, I want to put that. And then, if I switch over to the secondary weapon, that's where I'm going to put my Kuma Wink back in. So let's see, what's our shiny here? Crit damage, weapon damage, magazine capacity. Don't care about magazine capacity on that. But the more selectable targets bounce has, the higher the bounce damage, up to 45%. So let's take a look now at what mods are available for this puppy. All right, so we're going to look for bounce. All right, super bullet, bounce crit rate plus 10%, bounce crit damage plus 25%. Yikes. That's a precision, so I don't want that. Bounce again with the weak spot. Everybody loves the weak spot. Violent is crit damage, so let's circulate. Damage done by all damage boost by 30%. Crit 12. Weapon. I'm not really worried about. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm not really worried about my magazine size because it's a bow. The magazine size is 1. Right, so I don't really know. Maybe I need to watch one of those videos that tells me, you know, which one I should use, right? But I think All of these want to give me magazine capacity, which is funny. Damage reduction, meh. Bounce rampage. Bounce damage plus 5, bounce crit damage plus 20, bounce weak spot damage plus 12, increases damage dealt to all damage boost by plus 3%. This one gives me magazine capacity again. What a waste of a stat. But okay, let me look at this again. So that's violent, and that's what I'm doing, is a violent build primarily. So I've got an 11, that's boomerang bullet. I'm really not going to be getting into building mods today. I'm just going to go for the best thing I can find. Crit damage, magazine capacity, don't care. Super bullet. Crit damage, weapon damage, magazine capacity. Holy crap. I used to have so many of these and I just melted them. But they were all garbage, pretty much. I wonder if I can use this on both. Right, can I? Yeah. And there. Oh, I guess I can. Using the same mod on both of these. Now, as I said before, there's also new gear involved. There's 2 new pieces of gear. Let me go over here and look at this real quick. So the 2 new pieces of gear. Oops, that's a supply workbench. I probably didn't want to be there. The 2 new pieces of gear. Excuse me. There's a top and a bottom, but they're not in here because I haven't opened them. So let's go over to blueprints, armor blueprints, and let's look at the tops. Okay, if I scroll down here, there's only 2 tops I don't have unlocked. The magnetic moment top. Targets affected by power surge continuously pull in other enemy units with a 7-meter radius. So this is like a crowd control. And then the other new piece of gear here is the glide pants. When not in an unarmed state. When not unarmed. Hold on. So this is a double negative, which is classic translation issues. When I'm unarmed, it means I have no weapon. When I'm not unarmed, it means I do have a weapon. Replace roll with slide. After sliding, reload efficiency plus 100% and movement speed 30% for 2 seconds. If you're holding a bow, sliding immediately loads 1 ammo. Ooh, hello. Sliding automatically loads 1 ammo and additionally increases draw speed by 100%. So I think we should unlock this puppy. F. There you go. That's unlocked. I'm going to craft a pair of my new pants here. But first I'm going to do a blueprint conversion, and I'll move the treacherous mask into the new glide pants. And you know that season 4 is coming up, so I don't know if it'll allow me to glide in midair or not. But glide pants, key armor, tier 5, and convert. Okay. This is the nice thing about having a base on a perm server where you basically can just have all the materials you need at your fingertips anytime that you decide to come on. The next thing we will be starting with is we will be doing a new hey, wait. Uncle Nobodies. What's up, Meta? Yeah, we'll see what we're going to do with that, right? The pants. So I got a pair of pants. It's one of the new pairs. Is that going to bust up my set? No, because I'm currently using Sharpblade pants. Trigger one more time. Interesting. So I can wear these pants and trigger one more time, or I can give myself a little slide with a fast reload. Well, let's see if there's an issue. So we'll see if we're going to do that. So let's take a run. Let's take a run up to Blackfell. You've been watching me fool around with my gear long enough. And we will go and see exactly what this bow is like. Now, for background, if I haven't met you before, you should know that I am a bounce freak. I love bounce. I've always loved bounce. Is it the best meta? No. It's probably one of the worst. Does it do awesome damage? Well, yeah, in a group it does. But it's lousy against solo bosses. You really have to start messing around with your stuff. If you're here for theory crafting, you're in the wrong place, because I'm not one of those math guys, right? I just play what I like, and play what feels good. So it's one of those things where, people in chat will always be like, "Oh, what's the best build right now? Who does the what?" And I'm like, dude, just play what you like, play what you enjoy, play what feels good, and that's kind of the way that I've always insisted on playing this. So here we go. Yeah, if you haven't seen the new World Stones, here you go. There was an interesting little dev blog that explained that these things were hidden from us through some kind of brainworm masking something or other that wouldn't let you see them. So now that we can actually see them in their true form, the World Stones, which used to be like just mechanical things that sat on... Oh, a logging beaver. Look at me. Okay. So they used to be just simple stones, they used to be mechanical things, and then they became those crystals. But that was some kind of mind screw or mind fuck or whatever you want to call it, where it was actually masking its physical appearance through some kind of psychic thing. So now here they are. This is now the third incarnation of what a teleporter looks like, and it is called the new World Stone, which is not even a stone anymore. But it sits there with its arms crossed and its little mechanical head. And if it's gold, it means it's working. If it's turned off, that means you haven't activated it yet. And if it's red, that means that in this particular area, for some reason, it's disabled or something like that. So there you go. All right, so let me get out a vehicle here. Trusty dandy doopy. Oh God, there, I did it again. If you see me doing this all day long and wonder why, it is because I've been playing Windrose for 2 days. So when you play a different game that has a different action key and you don't remap like smart people do, then I end up pressing E for everything. And now that I'm back in Once Human and everything is F, I keep launching my deviation. So there you go. Not too embarrassing. Whoop. All right, so let's just do the Blackfell run, shall we? This will be boring. It'll just be looted first, but no, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'm just going to go over and start killing stuff to see what this bow does. Oh, that's right. Anything I got to do? It's been a while since I've been in this. So this is Progeny, right? Let me get off this guy. I want to make sure that I've got get my spring legs going, get my featherweight, get my arrow leap, throw some living armor on for the hell of it. Can do a weaver, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 5. So that's all I can do for now. I'm also going to eat some food because that's what I had in my inventory. Some blueberry soda because I want to see. I don't want to see what this thing does without all of my what do you call it for my I want to see what this is doing without all my food buffs and stuff like that. So nobody said new bow good. High recommended for Silo, 50/50 for boss monolith. Still SKS is the best for me. Yeah, my alt is SKS. My other character is definitely SKS. Ox still needs work because a revamp because single area and not movable area. But what is... I'm on Manibus Y0004, which is the perm server. I'll throw this up here real quick. Okay, not on here anymore. Nice. Yeah, Manibus Y0004. This is the perm server that I always come home to when I'm playing. It's nice because if I play on a different server and then I oh my god, no, I don't want. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put a I forgot to put in arrows. I forgot to get arrows. There you go. Yeah, so every time I go off and I play a different... wow. every time I play a different scenario, I always just come back to Manibus 04 because, well, blah. I like having a full, yeah, NA, North America. Yeah, and it's like, I like having a fully stocked base. I like being able to just level up to 50 real quick using commissions and stuff like that. But, you know, it's early in the day for me, so you'll have to excuse the fact that I just went out to Blackville to fight things with my new bow with no arrows. Just brilliant. Just brilliant. Never said I was perfect. Never ever said I was perfect. Never even said I was an example. Right? Just a dude having fun. And streaming. And making videos. Doing all that other cool stuff. Alright, so back over here to the supply bench. Let's see, what kind of arrows do... Okay, I'm guessing I have not unlocked any weapon stuff. Tech cradle. Oh, I didn't want cradle, I wanted tech. Tech. Combat. 27,000 points. So essentially, what this has just demonstrated to me is that I have not actually played. I have not played on this character. Ooh, armor piercing arrows. Let's unlock those too. I have not played on this character since they went to the new tech tree. Yeah, right. So that's all that means. So I've got a few different options as far as arrows go. I've unlocked that. The balance is an SMG, so I want to make sure I've got my medium caliber AP ammo unlocked so I can do that. Let's see. I think that's it, right? Yes, at least for now. Let me make sure. It already lets me use the ammo, so I'm assuming that it's already medium caliber steel core. Whatever. That's why it took so long to kill that guy. One, two, three, four. F. Medium caliber. Oh, there you go. I can get rid of all this stuff. I am really, really looking forward to Archipelago. I don't know why I have so much trouble with that word. I am definitely looking forward to Archipelago. I want to see something new. You know, I've been here since season 1, and I am desperate to see a new map. You know, we've all been here, some of us 2 years now, coming up in July, and we've been looking at this same map with this closed off area over here on the left. Same map the whole time. We've just been dying for something to open up over here. We know what's up here, right? We know Way of Winter is hiding up here, or emotional dysfunction if you open up the whole map with that scenario. But this area over here on the left, this area right in here has never been opened. And I've always wondered what's there, but now they're telling us that Archipelago, wow. Archipelago is water. And I think it's going to be a teleport too, or maybe somewhere off the coast, right? I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't get, even as an official content creator, I don't have access to a pre-server or anything. I know they're doing tests over in Asia on it as we speak, but I have not been able to get into one of those. So there you go. But as I understand it, I don't know whether they just never intend to use that or what. What do we got? Herbal green feed. I don't want to carry that crap around. All right, let's make some arrows now that we've unlocked it. All right. And let's go for armor piercing. Gosh, I don't know. Demolition arrows, armor piercing arrows, steel tip arrows. Any thoughts? I don't. Let me see what it says. Damage per shot plus 15%, PSI intensity 15%, deals extra damage to structures. Armor piercing for crossbows with bolts now. Okay, so let's just use the steel for now and see what happens. How about that? We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I have no idea what's going to happen. No idea. So I'm going to make some steel-tipped arrows, and we're going to use those. I guess I can make some demolition arrows too. So I have the ability to switch if I really want to. But obviously having ammunition is going to be useful. Pardon me while I hydrate. Well, that's what they call the map in Windrose is an archipelago. Archipelago? Yeah, I got it right that time. Is a grouping of like small islands or something. I could probably look it up or Google it or Copilot it or ChatGPT it, but there you go. Well, that's kind of what I hear occurred. That's kind of what I hear. I hear that potentially that console's coming next, and they've teased something in June, but they're not exactly being very open with it, so to speak, right? Hold on 1 second. Let me launch my deviation again because I'm still not used to using F as my action tool. Oh, up here. You know, you ever take off a couple of weeks from a game and you come back, or a couple of days? I've logged off. I keep logging in so my house doesn't get returned. But if you log off for a bit and then you log back in, and all of a sudden you forgot how to play, that's always a lot of fun. Now I've had other games like Star Wars: The Old Republic or World of Warcraft, stuff like that I haven't played in years, and I can just imagine the nightmare getting back into those type of games. But so what's going to happen now, as far as I'm concerned, my prediction with absolutely I'm not privy to anything other than the fact that if I didn't sign an NDA, I could probably tell you that I was part of the console beta test, but I signed an NDA, so I can't tell you that. So there was a console beta test recently. They did a lot of work on it after that for playing on the PS5 and the Xbox. So I know there's a whole big income, right? There'll be a whole big influx of new people. If me in your house, I'm already lost. Oh, my house is not that confusing. Come on, dude. Where am I? Okay, so I am in World 6. World 6. Right up north of like Rippleby in that area. Just east of the Mirage Monolith, right over there. In the big floating base. Yeah, I hope they do a really cool early launch like they've done with all the others, right? They call it an early access, but that's cover for if this bombs, we have time to fix it, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to release quote early access of the console. It's going to bring an influx of a whole bunch of new people that I'm really excited about. I'm already working on some guides that are aimed towards new players because, if you ask me the biggest problem right now and the biggest thing I see with friends and things like that are coming into this game is if you come into this game now and you go to YouTube and you look for a beginner video, you're going to find things that are 2 years old and you're going to find things that are a year old, but you're not going to find anything current, right? You're not going to find anything that tells you everything about all the changes and all the stuff. And honestly, if you're coming to this game for the first time, you don't want a video that's going to tell you about what changed. You want to somebody tell you about a video that's going to tell you how to survive and how to use the systems that are in place, right? So there you go. So we're gonna have a test period hopefully for console, and all those new players are going to come in. And then hopefully after that they release the new archipelago um, scenario, right? And then I hope they continue to keep working on stuff, right? There's still map to unlock. There's still storyline. See, this is one of the things I kind of struggle with, though, because at this point, there are people who can't. There are people who will never, appreciate the videos that have all the old information in it because, well, first of all, the game has changed significantly like that, right? But the problem is, I like a lot of people say the same thing I do, which is I want to see a continuation of the lore. I want to see what happens after spoiler, after Mary escaped, right? Because it kind of lent itself out to the next chapter, right? But unfortunately, the way that this is built, this quote scenario-based system, where you do this for 30 days and then you go over to a different parallel dimension or whatever they want to call it, it doesn't really lend itself to story expansion. I almost hit E there again, just in case you're interested. So I don't know how you do that. How do you without, I guess, creating a next scenario, right? Another new scenario, which, I mean, who knows? Maybe Archipelago is what it is. Maybe Mary ran off to that area, and it's one of those things where if it's off, she went off the continent. She went out to these islands. Maybe there's something out there to do with Rosetta or something like that. Who knows? The whole Rosetta Mayfly thing, still good story, still got lots of opportunities, still lots of ways to get through and to make sure that the people who are playing have a good time, right? Okay, so I got some demolition arrows. I got some steel tip arrows. I'm gonna R here and choose the other weapon. Then I'm gonna R and choose. Let's go with the toilet plunger. That's so funny. All right, and ammo switched, and now we're gonna go back and see what this bow can do. Let's see. Need some regions we can do. As an example, NA to Asia. All mods, all cosmetics, still same. Now I'm playing 3 regions: NA, Europe, and Asia. Yeah, it'll either be Mary or Ignis. Ignis, another one that just got left at the hang. Right? They got lots of cliffhanger endings, and then very little follow through. But there's nothing wrong with that. It gives them the opportunity to do that. Right? Hold on, let me get back on this. Well, you know what? Let me do this too, because I noticed that the second I hit over there, it's actually that one. There you go. Okay, let's just launch that deviation one more time to rub it in. Sooner or later, I will remember to hit F instead of E. Just in time to go back over and play some Windrose with friends, and then I will be hitting the wrong key there. There we go. Alright, so. Switch to public line. No, I'm on right here. Oh, there's my buddy. Alright, so let's go here and go. Okay, that was pretty. It's got a very fast reload. Oh, and some of the arrows are coming back. Wow. Oh, got a mushroom. Nice grow shroom. So that's a little sick, right? Let me just go through here. Here goes my health again. I really don't care too much about the loot on this run. I just want to see this stuff, but let's go more. Oops, missed. Need immune. Dead. Okay, I might be a little OP for this, but... So I guess that it charges up while you're holding it, right? And that little flash means it's fully charged or something like that. I think we'll figure it out. Yep, and it only holds for so long, and then it'll pop off. All right, let's keep going. I think the next place I'm going to try this is definitely in a definitely going to be in a silo. Right, I'm definitely going to get into a silo. Whoa, whoa, hello. That's got to be the dude upstairs. Oh, there's usually a dude in there. Huh. Yeah, definitely going to have to check out the guy upstairs. Wow, my aim sucks. I'm kind of used to the SMG where I just splatter and hope I hit. But I am digging the fast reload, I will say that. Woohoo, Agent Helmet. So lucky with the loot. Okay. I like it. I mean, I am definitely used to Kumo Inc. and SMG. I've only been playing that way for, what, a year and a half? Alright, so even if I miss, it can ricochet back. Alright, so let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at a another reason I will not at all miss when this scenario is over is when you can't actually teleport because you're inside the zone, the doopy-doo zone. There we go. I think I'm out now. So I think I'll try out Theta. Because if I recall correctly, Theta has some really tight, areas and lots of condensed mobs. So I'll do it probably on hard, not on nightmare. Maybe pro. Yeah, I'll do it on pro. We'll see what happens. See if I learn my lesson. Hey buddy, how you doing? Interact? Leave. Yeah, he's got nothing to say. Nothing to say. I've already done his bounty here ages ago. No. Oh my goodness. I don't want to do this on easy. I will be sleeping through it. Excuse me. Exit dungeon. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if I get my ass handed to me. was gonna say, I don't think I need the pants to slide, because yeah, this thing's kicking butt. I may my faith in bounce may be restored, right? So let's see how this goes. Oh, how did I die? Not paying attention. What can I say? Shit, that's it, that's it, that's it. Fuck. It's that dude. Is that what happened? Is that what happened? This cooldown to use activators is a little stupid, to be honest, but yeah. Come on. Any day now. He's dead. Okay, I think I cleared the room, huh? See what happens when I get into a boss fight here. This way? Nope, that looks like the back. Yep. Oh no, no, no. Not bouncy boy. Come on, run, run, run. Okay, so that was a little crazy. Just a little. For me. Gold floor. Whale pup. There you go. One dead bonus boss. I just can't walk by them if they're just sitting in front of my face. What can I say? There you go. And I got another Xeno. Alright, so let's I guess I went through them all without triggering them. Nice. Alright, now the fun part. This room sucks. I don't like this room at all. Okay, that's not one of the things I gotta kill. Wow, I'm terrible. Where are you going, buddy? There we go. Oh, I hit him. Oh, there you go. Yeah, what's the word I want to use? A marksman I am not. Oh, shit. That's another thing that they did recently that just absolutely drives me nuts. And I know it is a setting. I know there's a setting that I can fix. There we go. But every time I walk up to something, I instantly jump up on top of it, and it just absolutely drives me nuts. But every time I go looking for it, I get distracted, and you forget and stuff like that. So, all right, here we go, boss fight. So, I wonder, maybe let me switch to the demolition arrows and see what those do. All right, here we go. Oh shit. Eliminate the puff balls. Oopsie. Oh, who the hell just hit me? Oh. I like how it went over to get up on that. That was funny. Where is he? This is where bounce absolutely kills. Where the hell is it? There we go. Absolutely destroys. Absolutely destroys. Hey! Hi. Waving. Oh, how do I wave back if you don't have sound? Here we go. Hi, Ellie. There you go. So that's the new bow. Go do some scooping of some loot. Did it just say I picked up a beet? I got a beet. Everybody get on your feet. Okay, who got that reference? You know you can dance to the beat. Okay. So that is the new bounce bow. I like the fast reload for sure. I didn't do a nightmare solo. Don't really feel all that comfortable with my own skill, so to speak. But I like it. I like it. My desire to play bounce more, as opposed to Frost, or whatever they call it, has definitely changed, right? So there you go. 3 million damage. There we go. Let me jump out. So that's that. I kind of wonder if it makes any difference if I switch the pants, right? At the moment, I mean, I look at these pants, right? And I go, okay, so the pants I'm wearing, sharp blade pants, those are hot dog shorts. What happened to the pants I made? Did I leave them in the bench? That doesn't how that works. It can't let you bring them to the bench. I thought I made those. Huh. I don't know. There's a third pair of pants, those glide pants that I thought I just made, but maybe not. Those glide pants are... What is this thing? Open. Ordering terminal. What do I want to order? Oh, it's for ordering food. That's also something new, right? Is the... I can order food here. And... and that's... Nana Oshi is fulfilling orders here. Quality Eats, and that was something for the chefs. Embarrassingly enough, I'm sorry, I have never actually played a chef. I kind of get caught up in Beastmaster, and I also do some gardening because they both have uses to me. But when I want food, I just kind of like go buy it. So I guess this would be an easier way to get some food. But there you go. So we'll see. Yeah, it's so foggy out here, right? Let's see if any of my characters haven't been on in more than 7 days. No, it looks like everything's here. Same thing for Maya and Aaron. In my gravity fortress. All right. Hi. Not working? You know what that means. Time to build new doors. Facilities, doors. Where is it? That's not it. Wrong side. Here it is. Oh, wait. There's already a door here. Interesting. So maybe it turns white when you can't use it anymore? Okay, I don't know. It worked for me. Another mechanic changed for no reason. No idea what happened just there. So, oh gosh, what was I coming back here for? So I experimented with. Oh, I wanted to look at the pants, right? The pants. Did I not actually make a pair of those pants? I thought for sure I did. Armor crafting, the pants. Glide pants. Oh no, I didn't actually make them. I just traded to get the stars over. So what do I want here? Let's go with Wasteland Wolf because I like the max SP. I'm not playing Prismverse, so these don't matter. It's just going to be fiber. Or wait a minute. Yeah. I wonder if the roll buffs from the golden wool will then become, what do you call it? Glide buffs. All right, well, let's see. Let's find out. Deadshot precision. Oh, I don't want precision. I'm doing a... Ay. Deadshot. Violent. I should probably look at my build too at some point because I haven't done this in so long. There you go. Time to run out and save the world with my tie on. Let's get a little flavor of doggy. Do I not have a teleport here? Oh goodness. Yes, I do. And now the icon's different on the map too, so if that wasn't confusing you before, then it'll probably get you this time, for sure. For sure. So now I'm going to have to actually remember to roll, right?
Deviant activity detected in target area.
Oh, hello. Oh, God. Why am I not? Holy cow. I am just not. That took way more arrows than it should have. Let me see what the hell I'm doing wrong. F. R. Switch back to the toilet plunger. Switching back to the steel tips. All right, let me run down here and do this. Went around the wrong side. Wouldn't be the first time I got lost in a place I've been to 1,000 times. Okay. All right, so. I wonder if I can do this on pro. I know I can probably get away with it on hard. Enter. Let's give it a shot, huh? Skip cutscene. It's not that I don't appreciate cutscenes, because I really do. But 4. 5, 6. Bringing out the boys. Ready? Where the hell is he? He's up in the air. Oh, fuck! That shield! It's gonna hurt! Well, there's some things that don't change about the bounce build. It is still atrocious on single target. Am I just not hitting it? Holy crap, I'm just not doing any damage. That is insane. I have to figure out what's going on with that. Oh, shit. Out of ammunition. Oh. I think he pushed me out of the map. That was interesting. Yeah, okay. Bounce bow. Terrible fail on Doggy. This was not doing any damage at all with these pants. So let me. I wasn't really taking advantage of the benefit of the pants, I guess. So no real reason to use those. For sure. What? No deviation? Damn. Got ripped off. I'm gonna try one more time. This time I'm gonna use the sharp blade pants to see if I get any better. Doopy doo. Okay, here we go. Skip. My dog sure got killed pretty quick, didn't they? Again, I'm not using really any boost food because I just wanted to see what it was like. Here we go. These guys are just staring at the freaking walls. 4, 5, 6. Here they go. Just no matter where I go, he just ends up right in front of me. It's crazy. Oh, hi. Hi, doggy. Nice to meet you. Again, the dogs did all the... I think the dogs did all the damage, and I actually just looked like I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, like I said, I think, yo, what's up, Will? What's up? Yeah, I think that, I think Bounce still has a tragic flaw, which is that it's just absolutely terrible on single target. I think that's just going to be the verdict altogether on that. I don't know. It just seemed like my wolves were doing all the damage on that fight. Unfortunately, there really isn't a way for me to look at that here, right? If I look at this screen, it'll say that I did all the damage at, 1.1 million on, did I do pro or hard? I forget which one. I didn't do nightmare, so it's whatever the second level is. But, yeah. I like what the bow did in the silos. I love doing the silos. Those were actually really fun, but I am not really sure if I'm sold on the boss fights because, I pulled out the Kumawink and I knocked it off in 15 seconds on the last fight, and then this one I kind of just didn't do very well. So there you go. So that's that. So for me, the glide pants are a poor choice, mostly because I think I keep forgetting to roll, right? So if I put on the glide pants, if I go switch from this pair of high waters to this pair of high waters with my dress shoes, that's funny. So now I'm wearing the glide pants. So now I guess instead of rolling when I hit control, I glide, which is kind of awkward because I use my pinky for both of them, right? And it already reloads really, really, really fast. I'm not sure if it's necessary, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's necessary. But I definitely am not a fan of the glide pants for my own personal play style, right? I don't think that I would do. I would use it because I don't roll, right? I don't roll that much. I'm not like back in the day when we were playing Prison Versus and everybody was rolling around like roly polies. You know, you do a quick roll with the right gear and the gold wool and stuff, you'd be halfway across the map. But there you go. Just gotta hydrate. So yeah. So my glide pants, not so much a fan, right? I'm not really a power surge player, right? I don't think I have any characters that are actually playing power surge. I've got characters on the SKS for sure. But at some point, I might, just to take a look at it and see what it's doing, I might look at the new rifle. But based on everything I've been seeing online and all the stuff that I've been reading, it's not ready yet, right? It's maybe it was like prematurely launched, if that's what they want to call it, right? Prematurely launched. Needs more fine tuning. There you go. So, there you go. I found out what I needed to find out about bounce, that's for sure. That's it. Now I just have to decide what I'm going to do as far as the characters go. I think Archipelago will release probably the anniversary or shortly thereafter. They're going to do console launch in June, I hope, right? Get the new player base in. I think what I'm going to do next, just so I have a character on, I'm going to take the characters that I had on Erectile Dysfunction and move them over to Manibus and do a Manibus playthrough like I'd never done it before. And I might actually use a new character on my second account for that, so that way I really don't have any of the mods or any of the gear or anything else. Really have to go and work for it, so to speak, and take people through just like they will be when they get their console, right? When they're joining into Second Life for the first time, or Second Life, when they're joining into Once Human for the first time. We'll see how that goes, right? Overall opinion of the bow. It has redeemed bounce for me a little bit as far as that goes, because I'd kind of given up on bounce, right? I'd kind of decided that bounce was kind of meh, and I'd already switched over to the SKS on the character I was playing at that point. So at this point, I think potentially, I play bounce because I like it. I don't play bounce because I have to. I don't play bounce because, it's one of those things where, come on. I guess I'm going to have to recall this guy. And once again, they changed something else. There you go. All right, so how long does recalling take now that I didn't read those instructions? Great. F, come here, you little... Oh. Okay, so I don't actually have to pick it up again and put it out again when I recall. Well, okay, learn something new. I guess I didn't read the patch notes close enough. My flamingos are feeling amorous. These goats are feeling out of juice. There's lunar oracle goats, so there you go. All right, and of course my wolves that were just playing with the dogs, right? Here we go. Oops. Go over here. Dream Zone, High Yield, Premium, Dream Zone, Rapid, Lunar, lunar, lunar. I don't really want lunar. I want to get a pair of the goldens. So let me just go over here real quick through the thing. You'll excuse my squirreling detour. Right. Oops. Okay, let me grab some. Oh, I can't grab that. I'm not a gardener. But I can grab these. So here's a female dream golden and a male dream golden. So there we go. At first I had all my animals separated, right? Like I would use a character and then raise that specific animal and switch to the next animal if I had to. In this case what I've done excuse me. In this case what I've done is I've started putting animals together in a single character, right? So that a single character going into a scenario will have access to whatever I need for that build, right? So if I want some wasteland wolf, I'll have a couple of wolves that I'll bring in that are ready to slaughter, and maybe a pair for breeding. And then the thing that never fails is setting up a vendor, right? It just never fails. If I want to make a little money, and I'm going to hit I here to show you what I'm talking about. I currently have 39 million energy link on this character, which is almost completely from selling animal materials, animal products, and stuff like that. So you might say, what the hell difference does that make? Why does it matter that you've got 39 million energy link? And the difference is the fact that now when you go to upgrade your mods or try to get better mods, right, one of the ways to do that is to use the mod shop, right? And the mod shop requires you to buy mod dust. And if I want to buy mod dust, I can go over here and buy mod dust for energy link. So with this much energy link, I can just buy whatever I want, right? As far as mods go. Still subject to the roll of the day, so to speak. Yeah, okay. I don't know what I just claimed, but there you go. I have boxitis. You know what boxitis is? That's where you look and you see that little illuminated gift box, and you just have to go find out what it was. And I'll claim this guy too, because eight of those boxes. Shop has a little tab on it. What's going on in the shop? Privileges. So I've got my claimable. Here you go. Available tomorrow. I don't understand them. Why did it tell me it was available today? Oh boy, claim times 1. Okay. Anyway, there you go. My brilliant observation about Once Human has always been too many currencies, too many shops. Too many shops and other things going on. I apologize for anybody who just got popped in the ears, but my microphone is acting up and I don't know why. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Right? Yep, there you go. So I honestly don't know what the deal is with this. It's absolutely confounding me because I've been through, 2 microphones, a different mixer, and just about everything. But smacking the microphone seems to work, so I don't understand how that would fix something if it wasn't the microphone. And I've got a totally different microphone, and it still did it. So I'm just, computers make very fast, very accurate mistakes. And that is just a fact of life, for sure. All right, next up. What else are we going to do here today while we're in here? I am going to do Freeviations real quick. My little potluck run to see how many deviations I can get that are completely useless and have the worst traits in the world. It's a given that when I run around and I pick up deviations, that the one time I get a 5-5, it'll have crap traits. No doubt about it. I've got a 5-5 Berserkosaurus Rex, right? And it's still got a crap trait. I'm like, gosh, it'd be so nice to have the deviations. And I never really got into the breeding and stuff like that. I guess I should have. But that really wasn't something that tripped my trigger. I did actually go over and play Deviation SCP. And again, catching Pokemon, not really my thing. Right? So, but I think the next thing... Oh. They moved the World Stone in Myers Market. I guess they didn't want this thing indoors. I don't know. Maybe it was freaking out the locals. There you go. Let me run in here and grab this thing. A level 1 extra-dimensional cat. Now I'm good, thanks. Does he have sunglasses on? That's a lot Aquarius. No, okay. Yeah, so. And this is where it used to be, and this is where it is now. Everybody's seen these things, right? The new World Stone. So it's funny because here's the. Hold on, let me get this over here, and bring it in. So hold on 1 second here. If I go in here, I go to. We want to go to games. And I'll scroll down to the bottom. Codev platform. I think that's where I want to go. News announcements, fair play, meta hotline. Do dev updates. Dev blog, the rules of Nowcot. Let's see what's going on here. 5.9, that's an old one. Create your own legendary. This is for custom servers. Yeah, I have one of those. Right now I think it's a raid zone, but I haven't really done anything with it. It's a shame just wasting money like that, just paying for a server that doesn't get used. Did you go start an alt on SCP? Yeah, I just can't get into that one. I just can't get into it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, that's the new gear, the glide pants. Maybe it's in news. Hold on. Hot feedback. Got some hot feedback? There you go. Probability announcement. Oh, that has to do with the loot crates. Like I said, there's just too much stuff. That's for Raid Zone since the beginning. Where was it? Somewhere in 238 or something like that. In the 238. But I don't see it anywhere here. So there you go. Maybe if I go to don't want to do that. Human.game. News. 238. 238. Where is it? Oh my gosh. You know, by the time I find this page, I'm actually going to forget what I was looking for. So, there you go. I'll just go back over here. All right, Myers Market. We're done with Myers Market. We're just going to go up to... But I think they said somewhere in there that there was something that there's something that changed that I wanted to point out, but I can't find the damn thing. It's probably somewhere in their massive Discord channel. I have 14 updates on that channel, and like the vast majority of them are Twitter posts. So it's like how to use gift cards. Here are the patch notes. 238 patch notes. Here you go. Let me see if I can remember. Let me see if I can remember. Read more. No escape from the storm clouds. Comprehensive visional wheel preview. Performance upgrade. World stones. True form revealed. That's the one I wanted to look at. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Patch notes. That's for the picture. I don't want the picture. I want the link. Oh my gosh. How difficult can they make it? Hold on. Hold on. Console test. Test schedule. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Closed beta recruitment. Play early on console and earn exclusive rewards. When was that from? That's March 13th. I've already done that. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a non-disclosure, so I didn't actually do that. How to avoid account bans. Game news? Patch notes. Patch notes 238. One second. I know it's in here. I know it's in here. Here it is. This is probably one of the funniest things I've run across in their Discord. So here you go. World stones are not isolated structures, but colossal organic entities spanning multiple dimensions, which they connect via a complex biometallic conduit. You know that meme of that little kid sitting in the back seat and just goes, "Up, bullshit." That's what I hear when I'm reading this. Volunteers who step into their beam lattices will be drawn into their internal systems using the conduits to instantaneously travel between realms. This process is immune to all forms of interference and is currently the most reliable form of interdimensional travel. In the past, world stones were obscured by a cognitive barrier. So you've got a mental block, basically, causing all observers to perceive them as pristine and golden octahedral crystals. Following this irreversible shattering of their barriers, the grotesque entity's true forms, composed of concrete, metal conduits, and biological tissue, have been revealed. Far from beautiful, they nevertheless strive to help every meta. Worldstone performance upgrade. The appearance of Worldstones has been improved to better fit with our bizarre lore and atmosphere. I cannot argue with that. Now, when approaching a Worldstone, you will have an immersive exploration experience that's more authentic and mysterious. Ooh. So, not unlocked. It is red. It cannot be teleported. It cannot be set as a respawn point. Turned off means it's not activated. You can set it as a respawn point, but you can't teleport. And then finally, gold, like the one that I'm actually standing in front of, can be set as a respawn point and can teleport. So there you go. That's from the blog, so to speak. But there's one in live action, hanging out in this little Deadsville camp, because nobody at all is disturbed by that. There's an invisible deviation, a soul summoner this time. Take a look at what I got. This is a 1-2 with Rise and Shine 4. Fetch a lot, 1-1-1. Yeah, these are kind of crap. But, you know, that's what happens. So let me see where they put it up in... oh, there you go. Let's see where they put it over in Tallgrass. Yeah, over in Tallgrass, for sure. Come on. Come on. Oh, still in the same place, kind of, in Tallgrass. So let me go over here and get my freeviation. Talking about my freeviation. A Digby. Classic Digby. A 4-2 Digby. No traits. Okay. All right. Maybe I need a cold beverage. Cold beverage? Anybody? Nope. Nope. Low? Level 2 cat? No. Alright, next one up is... Greywater? There we go. Give me 1 second here. Whoop. Hello. Gonna go upstairs. Director Fox. See, now, yeah. At least it's different. 2-3, no traits. Don't know how useful it is. One more. I already got the one up in Black Belt, so I'm kind of done with abbreviations right now. All right, I need 1 minute. I'll be right back, and please stick with me. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, now there we go. So, I get some more water. Let's see. At least the TP points didn't reset after the update. You know, there's nothing. You know, sometimes that helps and sometimes it hurts, right? Because I know when they did the big reset recently on the Manabus server, it also reset the quest line for some people. So they had to go, if they wanted to, go through the quest line again. And I don't have any problems with that, right? I kind of like that idea of once in a while on a perm server to have it actually reset the base storyline in case you want to play it again. But yeah, it is definitely inconvenient when they run a reset and you can't TP to the World Stones, you can't TP to the silos anymore. Everything resets like you just walked into a brand new scenario. I definitely agree that is very inconvenient at the absolute least. Right? All right, so what's next on the agenda? Where do we want to try this thing out? Honestly, I'm gonna be 100%, honest here and just say I cannot actually wait until the progenal aberrancy, whatever the name of this visional wheel is gone. I'm not a fan. Yeah, not a fan. Of course, I really wasn't a big fan of I wasn't a fan of the original Gravity one, other than the fact that I could build in the sky, which I did, and currently still have a Gravity foundation holding up my base to this day. I've been literally moving that Gravity foundation with me. Please tell me that somebody has a gun here. Anybody? 3 minutes left? 3 minutes left. Nobody's here. Jeez Louise. Base. Oh my gosh. Map. 3 minutes. Can I get to the base? Pick up the missiles. Pick up the gun. Well, first get downstairs. Get 3 minutes. So here we go. B, R. So I've got the gun. Go in here. Oh my God. Okay, so now I need to go F. Okay, so I can't move, so that's good. Map. Go back to here and teleport. So how much time you think I got left? Like 30 seconds? Get up the hill? Get set up? Oh my God. B. No. G. One minute, 30 seconds. Not bad. Not a bad go. B. Oh, I'll bet you I can't put this thing out because I haven't spent any points. Oh. Combat. Gatling cannon 2. F. I. No, B. Facilities. Guns. Level 2 turret. F. Alrighty, so I don't know why what possessed me to do a Prime War just now, but there you go. There was one lit up on the map, so I just figured I'd go do it and see how terrible this bow is on single target again, because I already know it's terrible. 15 seconds. Here we go. Suspense. The suspense is building. I don't know what the difference is between the blue 15,000 points and the oh my God, the fucking wolf is just standing in front of me. Okay, that's enough. Oh, I gotta do that thing first. Where is he? Is he dead? Is he downstairs? Oh, okay. He's dead. Did I miss it? I was like, what? What happened? There you go. Well, at least I got 1,600. Continue. Well, I guess there were at least 3 of us there. There were exactly 3 of us there. There you go. Escape. Let me pick up this gun. B. All right, time to head home. I think, as probably not terribly exciting as it is, I probably have to at least put my gun back downstairs and check on my animals. So give me 1 second here to slag. Move slowly. That's what I was trying to say. Over to down here. And B. Put this gun back out. There you go. And I'm gonna F. Is it H? H. Cool. H. Let me get rid of those 2 goats that are in my inventory for no reason. Head over to disassembly bench. You know, I played a raid zone last week. It doesn't exist anymore. But this particular raid zone, it was very interesting that it had no disassembly bench available to build. You literally had to go to a place that had a disassembly bench, and you could disassemble there. But you couldn't do it at your own base. Complete turnoff for me. Complete turnoff. I don't know why I would ever want to have to go to another base to disassemble, and the result was the fact that everybody's inventory was completely overflowing with crap, right? So you couldn't get rid of it. You'd have to just drop it. There was, oh my goodness, well, I have a few weapons in here, don't I? Speaking of disassembly, there we go. It's like who needs this stuff, right? Couple of glowing glass fireplaces. This one can be colored. Fire extinguisher. And I'm just carrying this crap around, right? You know? I got like so much of this garbage. It's not even funny. My fish to make me... Oh, I'll keep the fish. It makes me swim good. Computer. Microwave, which actually helps with food. But I've got so many of these things now. It's like... Alright. Alright, H. Yeah, I don't normally, or at least I haven't been using this character a lot for use, you know, general use. So it didn't accumulate a lot of stuff that's been added since the last update. But I've definitely got my share of stuffs. Look at this fish, candelabra. Alright, well none of that stuff actually weighs anything, so I'm not worried about it. The stuff that weighs something is like this, the robot fish. And I guess that the Wish Machine constantly makes music now. Or maybe it's just my skin for it. There we go. Come on, spin. There you go. Lots of fun stuff. F. I had somebody point out that I was missing out on upgrading them by not click. I'm like, I just can't. I can't. I just can't. Confirm. What did I get? SATA source, energy links, barreled print. This is kind of the same stuff, right? So the Wish Machine has become a dispenser for the same stuff you get out of these crates, essentially, right? That's what they've done with it. They've turned the Wish Machine into a resource roulette, or resource slot machine that you just play whack-a-mole and you get some cool resources. that you may or may not need. Kind of random. Kind of like the H37 event, that thing where you get nutcrackers. Why everybody in the game that's played for more than a couple of days has like 50 nutcrackers. Yeah, that's why. Probably should have done these before I disassembled everything in creation. Weapon body liner selection box. Oh, nice. So if you're looking for a level 5 lining. Nice. What are these? Weapon mod selection crates like usual. Alrighty. So that's the plan for this morning. Maybe I'll go play whack-a-mole one more time. Hold on. Oh, missed one. Ah! What do I got here? A blue crate. Yay! Get some odd dust. Another blue crate. And more mod dust. 1,000. Not bad. Boop. And there you go. And I'm all out of my wish tickets up here in the top right. So that's it for this week until the next reset. Got a purple crate out of that one. So there you go. Alright. So like you can see, got the usual stuff. Got one Starcrom crate. So that's not bad. Confirm. Go back in my inventory. Oh. Mr. Wish freaking out. New Wish Machine skin. There you go. Over here. Silver key, another marginally useless. I mean, if they put more stuff in the silver key shop, I wouldn't probably mind so much. But I don't think there's been anything added in forever. There's some star crumbs. There's some Stardust Source. What are these? Energy Link loot crates. Okay, I'll take those. 3,000. Because, yeah. Cool. Oh wait, I ended up with some more guns now to get rid of. 1, 2, 3. Anything in here? No. I've also got to start like organizing differently because now I've got these other items, the diode and all this other crafting gear and stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Alrighty. Alright, so that was the general plan for this morning, checking out the new weapons and getting together and seeing what we think. I did not check out the new rifle or the top. I don't really play Frost. I'd be interested, probably I'll take a look at it on my next stream. I did, however, because I am a bounceaholic, and I just absolutely cannot live without the torture of being a bounce guy. I did look at the bow, which I found was a lot of fun in Silo, as well as hanging out in Blackfell, where there are groups of enemies. However, I did a dogfight, and yeah, meh. My wolves, I think, actually did more damage than I did when taking down the boss on, I think it was Pro, not Nightmare. Anyway, so that's my opinion of that. I tried the glide pants too because of the quick reload on bows, but quite honestly, if you look at this thing, it already loads plenty fast, right? So my challenge with the bow, of course, is aim, because that's just my challenge, period. Right? So anytime I try to, whoop, there you go. So that's my summary. There you go. That I like the bow because it's bounce, but that's because I like bounce. Really good out in a group, especially around. Oops, oh no, it's a capybara. There's my buddy. There you go. Especially out in areas or dungeons that have really highly condensed mobs. I went over to the Theta and did it there, and so that's my take on it. And that's it. That's my take. Thanks again for coming and hanging out for a little bit. I will be back in, I don't know if I'm going to do Subnautica 2. I might jump back into Dune, or Windrose is definitely, I can show off my base in Windrose. So we just finished building a lot of that last night. So I will be back after a lunch break. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a bit.